Assalamualaikum and good morning to Madam Sheila. My name is NURFARHANA WAHEEDA binti Muhammad NORDDIN and my matric number is A19A0670. So today I would like to present my part, which is background, problem statement, research question and research objective for the impact of personal characteristics on online learning in UMK. The background of the research proposal was an online learning is an electronic learning environment in which, unlike traditional learning, there are no physical periods and there is time and space flexibility. Students perform significantly better in online learning than in traditional learning, as evidenced by increasing rates of course completion, student satisfaction and motivation levels to gain more knowledge from online learning. Many studies identify the shift to online learning as a forceful but necessary steps in the learning process. Numerous studies conducted at the University Malaysia Kelantan have identified a wide range of factors that may influence the quality of online learning experience. The problem statement was the environment may be most effective if the designer's culture match the cultural expectation of the users. Developers of software for online learning could use the findings to identify aspects of the environments that need special attention in the identified culture dimensions. These findings may be used by instructional to identify aspects of online learning environment that require adjustment or special treatment in address the cultural expectations and needs of their target learners. So, for the research questions, number 1, how do students who receive online education rate their experience? Based on experience, how do they rate the quality of online education? Number 2, what factors have influenced students' online education experience? What effect do these factors have on the quality of online education? Number 3, where are the significant difference in online learning readiness to be found? And number 4, will there be significant difference in online learning readiness in terms of technical skills, computer self-efficacy, learning preference, and attitude towards computer based on the participant gender, ethnicity, learning styles, and course level. So, there are two research objectives in our proposal research, which is the number 1 is to identify any significant difference in online learning readiness in terms of technical skills, computer self-efficacy, learning preference, and attitudes toward computers based on the participant genders, age, learning style, and course year level. Number 2, to identify the cause of the significant difference in online learning readiness. So, that's all from me. Thank you, and I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Aslina binti RAHMAN and my matrix number is A19A0859. Next, for my part, which are operational definition. According to the researchers, James and Gardner, they bring forward a more comprehensive proposition that can be defined as online learning readiness is the most efficiency and effectively perceive, process, store, and recall what they are attempting to learn. For independent variable, we have gender. According to the Lee et al., the gender of student readiness want to cultivate some personal qualities that are important toward achievement in such an environment at University Malaysia Kelantan. For ethnicity, the ethnicity that significantly will affect the student in of some barrier factor in University Malaysia Kelantan. Next, course year level. Course year level is referred as a year level of a student enrolling in a course in 2021 in University Malaysia Kelantan. Lastly, for learning style was defined as the complex manner in which and conditions under which learners most efficiently and effectively perceive, process, store, and recall on what they are attempting to learn according to the James and Garner. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURFARHANA binti ADNAN and my metric number is A19A0549. Okay, so today I would like to present about chapter 2, which is literature review. Okay, so in this chapter, the researcher discuss about both independent and dependent variable. The independent variable, namely gender, ethnicity, course level, and the learning style influence, while the dependent variable, namely online learning readiness. Okay, dependent variable influenced by the independent variable. Elish and Summer 2005 state the quality in dependent variable is likely to explain individual difference in completion rate, academic achievement, and level of satisfaction with online learning. The dependent variable in this study is related to online learning readiness, which is include 4 main qualities that have been considered, namely technical skill, learning priority, computer self-efficacy, and attitude towards computer. Therefore, this study aims is to examine the readiness of online learning through quantitative, cross-sectional research design, and explanatory correlation. Okay, furthermore, by using the demography of open and distant learning ODL student, it can be used as an indicator of online learning readiness, and there is a need for a customized and personalized online learning system. Thank you.
For independent variable 1 and dependent variable, relationship between gender and online learning readiness. Advance in information technology, such as the World Wide Web and online communication tools, are constantly changing the face of education, producing a learning environment that can be accessed from anywhere and at any time. It allows many students who are unable to attend a traditional classroom simpler than more convenience access. Independent variable 2 and dependent variable. Relationship between ethnicity and online learning readiness. Ethnicity refer to the identification of a group based on the perceived culture distinctive that are made into the group into a people. This distinctiveness is believed to be expressed in a language, music, value, arts, and so on. By following the ethnicity in an online learning, it's made more effective and qualities.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NAWI binti ISMAIL and my number is A19A0509. Okay, for the my part is number 1, 2.3 independent variable 3 and dependent variables. Course level and online learning readiness. Satisfaction is the result of the performance of any educational institution. Satisfaction is also the desired result of any goals that please any individual. However, effective communication between student and instructor will also create a better relationship so as to provide a satisfaction to the student. As a result, student will be more motivated to learn. For the number 2 is 2.4 independent variables 4 and dependent variable. Learning style and online learning readiness. Learning style is the approach or way in which a person learns in acquiring knowledge. Learning style also have many ways and there are also their own ways that can be done by teacher and student to get the effectiveness of learning in their own way. For the number 3 is 2.5. IV1, IV2, IV3 and IV4 and dependent variables. That we can see here conceptual framework. Dependent variable have 4. Number 1 is gender, number 2 is ethnic, number 3 course year level and number 4 is learning style. For the dependent variable is online learning readiness. For the number 4 in my part is 3.3 sampling. 3.3 sampling has 3 items with each. Number 1 population of the study, number 2 sample size and number 3 is sample procedure. Okay, for the first is the population size is the total number of elements in the population and is represent the symbol N. While for the total number of students at University Malaysia Kelantan per Kalachapur for this ratio is less than 380. For the number 2 is sample size. A total of 360 students were estimated to represent the entire population in this research. The result of this student study also found that a total of 360 respondents will be sufficient to represent approximately for a total of 380 students statistically. For the last is sampling procedure. Probability sampling procedure are synonymous with quantitative type research. However, this type of sampling procedure is implemented by selecting the sample subject at random, i.e., the subject in the sample have the characteristics found in the study population. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURFARHANI binti SAIDIN. My number metric is A19A0552. Research design. This study is about the impact of personality characteristic on online learning in University Malaysia Kelantan. This study was conducted to find out the view and the way how to deal with the problem efficiently and logically by combining various components of the research. Methods and source. We use a lot of research instrument, measurement scala, which is nominal scala, ordinal scala, and interval scala. We also pre-testing of the instrument, and we got a lot of way to collect the data collection. Analysis plan. This method of analysis data is to concern with the objective of the study according to the table through the explanation of the method data collection according to the discussion. First, to know how the student who receive online education rate about their experience, to analyze the factor of influence student online education experience, and also identify the effect of the factor that have on the quality of online learning, and then to identify any significant difference in online learning rates line in terms of the technical self-efficiency, learning reference, attitude toward computer based on participant gender, online age, learning style, course level of year, and also financial status.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURFARHANA binti ADNAN and my metric number is A19A0549. Okay, so today I would like to present about chapter 4, which is implication and contribution to knowledge. Okay, so in this study we have to identify whether there is a link between online learning and the impact of personal characteristic of student. Okay, so first point is practical implication. The main goal of this study is to examine the effect of online learning in influencing personal characteristic among students. We have done this by observing and reviewing directly in number of relevant research articles and journals, with particular attention to practice that add knowledge in all practical purpose as determined by our specific goal for those objectives. This study helped improve the process by establishing a two-way relationship on online learning and building methods that can attract students to be more enthusiastic and stimulate positive thinking and atmosphere on student behavior. Okay, second point is contribution to knowledge. The survey finding confirm the theory of the impact of online learning rather than on assessment, understanding and confidence in providing users with better quality. This variable form the relationship between student demographic and online learning readiness. The study should involve a comparison of online learning readiness between a wider group of respondents, including students from different faculty and different geographical locations. Online learning certification also need to be studied in more depth using multi-dimensional, multi-item instruments. However, this method can affect their intention to continue using online learning. This study can investigate if there are any potential moderating factors between student characteristics and their online learning. Thank you.